Welcome, another viewer's request. Let's take a quick look around in my outdoor growing area. For those interested, I'm in Zone 8A. I specifically point to the sky first because that's south, and when we turn around, here's a spot where all my ansellia grow. These get full sun from approximately 11 am to 5 or 6 pm in the afternoon. And although it's a cloudy day with a lot of rainfall again, they still are in the brightest spot. And when I turn around, here's where some more and heat-loving orchids and bonsai are placed. This Laelia times Goldiana, a natural hybrid between Laelia anceps and Laelia autumnalis, I've had for over 4 years now. It's growing well, but I never got it to flower yet. Last year it tried, but aborted. And on the outside of my sheltered growing area, which used to be an aviary a long time ago, here are my poor growing cattleya, barkeria and nobilior. They get a lot of sun, but because they are under the overhang of the roof, they don't get water naturally, and I need to water them myself. This assures me they don't stay too wet for too long. And to the left, on a small table, are my Dendrobium officinale, my 2 Dendrobium nobile species, and Dendrobium hancockii. These live here practically all year round and are only moved into the unheated, sheltered area when night temperatures go below 6 degrees centigrade. Otherwise, they stay here. Hanging behind them against the wall are my 3 barkeria species. These are here from late spring through summer and move inside when night temperatures go below 10 degrees centigrade. Moving in to the sheltered growing area, behind the outdoor cattleya, I have my 3 other cattleya that I still have hanging against the mesh. A few years ago, when I moved into this house, which actually is with my mother who got very ill and I had to take care of her, which I'm still doing, this part was completely open. But I had to put mesh around again because birds were coming in, stealing growing media for nesting and pulling plants out of their pots. And Margaret, as you can see, my 3 catasetums are doing fine now. Thanks for your help. It doesn't look like a bright area, but it is. The old roof reduces the natural sunlight with approximately 60%, so it's still quite bright, and when sun shining on the roof, it can become quite hot underneath it. But since it's open on 2 sides, fresh air and wind can come in and cools it down. And in colder periods, it keeps up the temperature 2 to 3 degrees higher than outside. As you can see, there are a lot more orchids than I initially wanted to keep, but it is what it is. All of my Neophynetia are growing here, and last year they even survived winter without extra sheltering. I did, however, keep them quite dry. I've got 2 styrofoam boxes where all my sarcochides grow and my cooler growing Paphiopedilum. The styrofoam keeps down the temperature around the roots of these plants and in winter protects them from the cold. These stay out all year round. I also grow a few miniatures and these are kept here all summer too. On a side note, I filmed this after watering and spraying all my plants that grow outside. These will all be dry before night sets. On the right side and in the back, I put up some racks where my potted Neophynetia falcata and Dendrobium moniliforme grow. It isn't a large space, measuring only 2 meters by 1 meter 80 or 4.5 feet by 4 feet, So all orchids are a bit cramped together because I just have too many. But on the other hand, being so close together, they create their own microsystem and seem to like it here, since they are all growing well, at least those that weren't in a bad shape to start with. You may have noticed that there are no Phalaenopsis or Paphiopedilum here. That's because they all grow inside a home. And although temperatures are just reaching 20 degrees centigrade outside, here it's still 24 at 6 p.m. Let's finish off with Ansellia africana. This is the Zimbabwe form with large star-shaped flowers and has been flowering for over 2 months now. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this quick look around of my orchids growing outside in summer, and see you next time.